Beautiful morning here, and today's reflection should be about liberation. Modern kind of liberation. People use this word liberation, but what is really liberation? And it's incredible that liberation is all around us. Liberation is liberation from falsehoods and positively looking at the world and accepting the basic facts, which might seem very harsh, but which are facts. So liberation means that you accept this whole world. Who will not accept this whole world? It's all real. Those plants, the sky, the beautiful clouds, the beauty of nature. That is liberation to accept all this. But then you'll say there's a God, right? Or you'll say, how do you know? There could be, I don't know. So there are only two things. One is that there is some God. No religious book actually talks about God, which is very interesting. Let's start with that. No religious book talks about God. Religious book talks about a feeling inside, which you get when you are kind of free. Then, then they all experience some kind of a freedom, and that was actually the factual facts of life, death, everything, really. But it's in a very complicated language, and when they got that feeling, they called it God. Really, that's all it is. How? What else can it be? The second thing is what people made of it. The nature God, literal God. That there is a God there, God there, God there. There is no such God anywhere. One easy proof of that is that we have seen in all the reflections that we literally finish. We literally finish. Then the real wonder, which has been unearthed by science. Science has given lots of evidence for no God now. Our mind, our awareness is a datum. This is wonder. It's not that simple. This issue is not that simple. Our datum, our consciousness is a fact. Consciousness as a fact is a basic fact. This is very tough to understand, but also very easy to understand. Your awareness is your awareness. I'm looking at that. I'm conscious. I'm looking inside and I'm feeling some emotions. I'm feeling some happiness. I'm conscious. That awareness is basic. You cannot question it. I'm saying it's axiomatic, as Ayn Rand says in her philosophy of objectivism. Actually, what I'm saying is very much related to her philosophy of objectivism. Actually, it's the same, the truth. So the fact of consciousness and the fact of existence is a datum. There has to be some datum, and to you can't go out of it, because to go out of it you have to again be in that datum. You understand? This is the basic. You can say the reality of reality. Whatever you're feeling, even if you're feeling crazy emotion, even if you're having delusions, it's all real. Reality is real. So there is no nothing. But science says there is some nothing from which something comes. So it becomes all obfuscating. And a whole is created in you, a void is created in you, which is also a reality of our existence. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You read anything, these three only will be there. These three has to be there. And these three has been changed by the world and made into some kind of a wars and all that. Judaism says its thing, and Christianity says its thing. And now Hinduism has also started wars. They say their thing. None of them really have read the books, first of all. It's that low level. But they do talk about a God externally. That doesn't exist. God internally is you only, me only. I'm God. So if I'm God, why this word God? Because we want to justify something. That's why I say you don't be selfless, you be. You only lose yourself, they say. It's a confusion in the language, really. One of my friends has written a book also, What's Wrong with Advaita? And he says that this selflessness is not selflessness. It's a pseudo self which goes and a real self comes. It's all semantics, obviously. No? So, what is the basic truth then? Is there something, some place we'll go? Unfortunately, no. And that is such a big, strong belief inside that it's very easy for me to say that no, but you have to go through the process of, what should I say, deconditioning, reconditioning. Maybe you will never accept also. And I think most people don't accept. They say, no, something must be there somewhere, though all this also is real. So even if you accept that all this is real, that something has to be actually a void only. That is my belief. Not belief, it's a truth. And I like truth, you know. So it's a very, very, very scary thing actually if you think about it. This is all there is. And after that, I'm finished. It is scary. It is a fact. It is scary. It takes some time. It maybe it's scary because it's new. If I look at it like a fact, it won't be scary. So there are some times when it's not scary, when it's obvious, like of course. So it is depends upon how clearly you see the facts, seeing the facts, seeing the fact. When you see a dead body right in front of you, it's gone. You can see, you can go close to the dead body and you can see that there is no awareness. Dead. Like this is dead. Like like some stone is dead. I become like that. I will 100% in 15, 20 years, hopefully, 10 years, hopefully, I'm 60, I'll be dead. I'll surely be dead. That I've accepted. I've accepted this way, biologically, scientifically also. Because I know enough physics, chemistry, biology, law. And the real basic truth for me, what Spinoza calls the God, or Einstein called the God, again they bring in that word God. I don't need to bring in that God, is causality. To be causality. Things don't just, see, a thing can't be and not be also. To put it very simply, a spoon is a spoon. It can't be a spoon and not be a spoon. It has to be a spoon. You understand? It's very profound what I'm saying. It is, you have to get used to it. So you have to decondition, recondition, and maybe it's in my case difficult. I think I've taught this to many people, and they get liberated very easily. It is because of my own, I think, relatively more of this, because I'm little philosophical, so I might have got conditioned more than others. So Bertrand Russell says, if you are more conditioned, get more evidence. So I say, learn everything properly. Learn about galaxies specifically. Learn about stars specifically. See that. Learn about your eyes, nose, and all specifically. Learn physics, chemistry, biology, maths. Maths is related to formulate by physics principles. I've read that. Because of that, I'm kind of confident. And then read the whole history. See how the stupid beliefs led to what, and then you'll be very clear. It's stupid. It is stupid. You know, when people are brainwashed with something, and that we see around. We do see how stupid people are. They believe in caste, which doesn't mean anything. How comes the stupidity is there? The real answer is this gullibility, this credulity, you know, in Hindi say this bholapan, actually is there in everybody. They act as if they don't have it, but they have it. Nobody knows. In a way, unless you know all the topics and unless you know in a very basic sense that everything acts in accordance with its nature, the sky is sky, the sky is blue. There is a cause to everything. There's a cause to what I'm saying. So if you understand the cause of the cause, the fact of the causality, that is the basic. So it is really true. Before you were not existed, you came as a seed. Now let's look at the normal facts, which are all true. You came as a seed, you were born from your mom, you came out, you were a complete entity. You have all this reason, emotions, even ability to come to such conclusions. You get conditioned also because of the society. You decondition yourself if you're lucky. You somehow live a life and you pass away. This is a fact. This can't be changed. This is ultimate truth. If you can face this truth, this is ultimate truth. Then you'll say, what about religion, God, and all that? Look into it deeply. You'll find this truth only inside. The feeling you get when you are liberated is the truth they are speaking if you read the books between the lines. And the popular culture, they have simplified it. They have used it politically. That also, so history, how religions and philosophies even philosophies have been politicized. This is all GK. So the falsehoods, 50-50 falsehood actually. It can't be fully false. If it's fully false, it's going to crash. And when it becomes fully false, it crashes. Then it becomes fully true, then half true, crashes. Fully true, half true, crashes. But this time I believe, because there's so much information which has come out in sciences and everything, mankind will live forever happily. But each human being will live for a while only. This is very non-intuitive if you're conditioned. to think that there is some immortality. It is normal if you get used to it. So I'm in the middle, you can say. So definitely, because I'm older, it will be difficult. People are listening to me. I think you will get liberated just by this. You should get liberated just by this small conversation. You know, you can ask all the questions. And all the questions should be asked. What is motion? What is heat? What is light? What is sound? Atoms, molecules, study them. Read Isaac Asimov. Read history topics. Read everything. Answer all your basic questions. Nothing is stopping you from answering all your basic questions. All those basic questions are true. But even a common man knows that we are born. We were not there before we are born. We were not there at all. Then we are seeded. After 9 months, we come out. In fact, that 9 months is like evolution only inside the womb, It mimics evolution only. This is a wonder. So, what we have to see is art and science seen as wonder, I feel. And when you look at a sky, you should look at the wonder of it. The greatest emotion, the most healthiest emotions, I heard a quotation yesterday, is a sense of wonder. It's a truth because it's a truth. It's wonder. The yellow light, yellow is wonder. Blue is wonder. The sky is a wonder. You know, the whole universe is a wonder. You are a wonder. I'm a wonder. And I believe that is the highest feeling of love. That has been expressed by poets. That has been expressed by philosophers in a crazy way. That will be expressed more and more. And we'll live, while we're living, we'll live very profoundly and happily. And when we are dead, we are not even there, like we were before we were born. That is a fact. Take your time, slowly accept it. Even if you don't accept it, accept that you're not able to accept it, maybe. But somehow live and die, because anyway we'll die. But most importantly, be light-hearted. Be loving, because anyway we are going to go. Don't have enemies, don't have wars. That is a truth which all great philosophers, thinkers, poets, even prophets, somewhere found the feeling, which I'm expressing again, and I'm sure at least 1 million people in the world clearly know this much better than me also. But 1 billion don't know, or 8 billion don't know. The day the 1 million becomes 1 billion and then 8 billion, heaven will come on earth, and that will happen in another 100 years, according to me. But till then, unfortunately, you will see all these pansies, all these stupid leaders causing havoc in the world. Stay away from that. Observe it. Live your life, short life, happily. Thank you.